came here, there was not a lot of collaboration around planning, for sure. There were some grade levels that naturally collaborated, but they didn't have strong materials in place to do that.
Initially, when I got my teacher's edition and some workbooks and some readers, I'm like, I have no idea what to do with this. This is not preparing my students for what I feel like they're going to be challenged with a statewide assessment. So through PLCs, we were able to just sit down and say, okay, how am I going to take this one lesson and make it so this is what my objective is, this is what the standard is, and there's in CKLA, there's multiple standards within it, but I'm going to focus on this specific one for this lesson, and it's really changed my way of thinking about, again, just being able to say, okay, this is our purpose, you guys are going to do this, and PLCs have kind of guided us so that we're able to do that.
Talking about equity, one of the things that we talk about with equity is that many of our students come with a lack of background knowledge, and this program gives the ability to fill in that gap. Like, every student is reading and learning about huge topics, historical, scientific, really rich literature, the poetry, and so those things that they may not have gotten at home, they're getting in the classroom.
It was a complete paradigm shift, especially of moving away from the ideology of, well, my kids are just too low or my kids can't, and moving past that train of thought of, yes, your kids are low, yes, they are going to have challenges, but what are we going to do to put in place to where they are still being held to the same level of rigor as every other child? We want all of our students to succeed, and I think that that has been part of our mindset that's helped us increase our student learning gains and proficiency as we've moved forward.
Being in the work with the teachers, I think the teachers get more respect for you when you're in the work with them. You're here every single day. When there's PLCs, the coaches are here, and the administration is in here also. And we're digging into the work with them, so we know where they're coming from, where they're going, and where we want them to end up at by the end of it. So starting that 2 years ago and really being vulnerable, I think that's the key word there, is putting yourself out there and letting them know we don't know all the answers, but we're going to figure out the answers together.
And you're met with a little bit of resistance when you try things that are new. So things are flowing very smoothly now, but it wasn't necessarily like that when we started. We had a lot of barriers, a lot of challenges, and I like that you said something earlier about you could tell that they had trusted each other. Well, I think that that's something that has really grown as a campus, that we do trust each other.
But it's not going to start out being pretty. It's going to start out being ugly, and it's going to start out with probably a lot of tears and a lot of hard work. But
resistance.
And resistance from teachers. But at the end of the day, this is the continued growth where we want to get them to.